My darling, I see when I hold your face in the palm of my hands and slowly pull you close. Good evening and welcome to Here's the Life with Zemrah. I am Zemrah, right here at IntellectualRadio-Podcast. And I got my sister and friend, Miss Pamela Wilkes, to join me this evening. She was my host at my Here's the Life number 8 concert this past Saturday, which I have gotten such a great feedback, and it makes me so happy and so excited. Even our producer, Miss Wanda B, was there, and we just had such a wonderful time. It was truly an evening of sweetness on Sweetest Day, and we've been having it. That's when I had my first one on Sweetest Day in 2011, and we have continued it on, always choosing Sweetest Day to serenade you with love songs. So the feedback that I've gotten has been just absolutely wonderful, and has made me feel so good, so very, very good. Pam, what did you think? You were right in the midst of it.
Well, it's always one of the better performances when you step on stage. It's just mesmerizing.
Oh.
And the main focus, of course, and we were talking earlier, that it's all about LOVE.
Yes.
There's just not enough of that going around. We know we love, but we need to love more.
Yes.
And that's what it's about.
And we need to demonstrate it.
Oh, well, love
that's
is
we
a
had demonstration.
Yes.
That's what it is. People talk about love, but do they really and truly practice it and demonstrate it? And the piece of the real sexy part of the show, I thought, was Mark Allen Felton, none other than Panther.
Yes.
And when he did My Funny Valentine with me, oh, I loved it.
It was great.
I loved it. He is so, he moves like a panther. What can we say?
Yeah.
And I mean, the brother can blow a sax. That is my favorite horn. Now, I had a good saxophone. Well, we had Reverend Dr. Ozzie Smith to play with me on The Very Thought of You, which he was absolutely superb. And then Jamal Crowder, who was part of my band, he carried his own as well. The music was good. We had Tyrone Blair on drums, which he is such an excellent drummer. He's not real loud and bamming, and he's a very, very smooth drummer. And then Dexter Smith doing it for you on upright bass. And then Buddy Fambro, who was new to my concert this year, referred by Tyrone. He was on guitar. He was excellent. And then, of course, everybody knows the Mr. Roger Harris, who always does his thing on synthesizer and piano. So I just really and truly just loved working with them. There's some spiritual guys, too. And so Panther had his Panther party. They had, did their thing. And then I stepped out with one of my favorite songs by Sade, Paradise. And then we just went right into another tune. So we just kept it going. And it was sweeter than sweet. I was very, very pleased. We had Miss Sanabala in the audience. And we had
Hermine
Hartman, of course. And she don't never miss my concerts. That's what I love about her as well. She's going to make sure that she attends my concerts. And we had who had been asking Wilda, because Wilda's my chairperson, Wilda Bell, who is a travel agent, but she handles she assists me in all I do with my music. And what I love about her is she handles this business like it's hers. She handles my music like it's hers. My concert, she chairs that. And I mean, she chairs it with everything she has. And I really love and appreciate. And then Weta, taking care of all of my marketing and all of that, except for some of the marketing that Hermine also did for me. And then this year we had new Anita Godwin,
Oh
who
yes,
was on top of my
perfect.
tickets. And then I have some
Everything.
wonderful ticket ambassadors selling
Yes.
tickets for me. Karen McCool, Rose Brooks. I mean, she sold the stew out of them tickets. She's an older lady who just, when you talk about my
Remarkable.
here's to life, and no matter age, ain't nothing but a number. She's another great example of that. And I just love her for that. Miss Pamela Wilkes sold tickets, which she's always
Yes.
been a top ticket seller too.
Yes,
I
yes,
mean,
yes.
always. And these are VIP tickets.
Pat Nickel.
Yeah,
Oh
Pat
yeah, Pat
Nickel,
Nickel.
Pat.
Oh
And
yes.
then who else did we have?
Who else was
I
sitting
think it was
over
just
there?
4. And then me,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Yeah, it was 4 of us. Karen and Pat. And then Dolly. Dolly sold
Oh
about 6
yes.
or 7. So
Oh.
I'm just saying, people that believe in me and love me. I mean, they told their friends, their family,
Mhm.
and that's how we had a great house. I was really happy when we stepped out. I was really happy with the house that we had.
And the venue was really nice. We
It
were at a
was.
new venue this year, but it was really nice.
Yeah, South Suburban College.
Mhm.
We have a VIP reception, and what was so wonderful about that was it's a separate entrance. So they
Mhm.
come in door 8, and then Ed, he put up a sign so people would know exactly what door to enter for the reception, and then they just come into the beautiful atrium and sit down. And my daughter did a wonderful job, Maria Soul Food did a wonderful job at the catering. And I really, really hope it was a sort of a healthy meal this time. I heard a couple of comments. Well, I've had all the starch that I need for the week, but it was healthy. We had a really nice chicken salad, but we had a very, very nice, full green salad. And then we had potato salad. And then we had a really nice pasta with broccoli and
Mhm.
olives and peppers and all of that. So, and then she had dinner rolls, crackers. You had the cheese, the other
It was
olives.
very,
So
very
it was
nice.
very, very nice. Some shows, some concerts you go to now, you pay 75 to 100, you don't get nothing but that ticket for entertainment. So, and then she had drinks. We had sliced pound cake.
Mhm.
So
It was
um,
really nice.
yeah, I thought that
But
was
I
really good.
also want to say something about your souvenir book. Talk about
Yes.
that, the souvenir book and the
Well, we
individuals that
didn't
was
even
in
bring
there.
one.
And I
Did
didn't
you have
have
yours
one in
left,
my
Wanda?
purse. I didn't have.
I
I didn't.
definitely meant to bring that because that is very significant.
The gift
The
bags.
gift
Yeah,
bags for the
Dolly helped with the
VIPs.
gift bags. Dolly and
Yeah.
Anita were amazing with those gift
Yes.
bags. And
Pam did
but
all the centerpieces,
oh
put
yeah, the
all those in the glass.
centerpieces.
That's what she does.
Right.
So what it was, and what was so
Teamwork.
beautiful, teamwork.
Teamwork.
Like my grandson Willie was new to our
Yeah.
concert as far as being on the staff
Hmm.
of it. He's always one of the ushers and one of the ones to help seat people and everything. But this time he was part of our staff.
And your younger grandson was there. No, that
Yeah,
was your great
that
grandson,
was my
was it?
great
Yeah,
grandson
yeah.
Jihad, but he's been there
Jihad.
before
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
helping.
He's always there.
Yeah,
He's remarkable.
yeah.
Just so sweet. Yeah, um you cannot go anywhere all the time and get the love. The
No,
love
I've
that
never
was
been at a concert like that.
yeah. Well, I mean,
I mean,
and that's what it's about. You have to start demonstrating. We talk about that all the time. Love is a demonstration. Don't
Mhm.
just tell me that you love me. Show me that you love
That's
me
right.
and mean it.
It's all
And
about
so that's
action.
that's
That's what it
that's what it's
means.
all about.
Yeah.
And then being on Sweetest Day, we're just not going to forget that, because I don't think a lot of people do that. Sometimes women are single and they say, "Oh, well, I don't have a sweetie." You be your own sweetie,
Mhm.
exactly.
and
Yeah.
and come and enjoy love demonstrated everywhere else.
That's right.
It was
Especially when you have
beautiful.
a lot of love yourself to give, like
Yes,
Wanda. I mean, you just
yes,
have a lot of love.
yes.
So, Wanda, you were there, and I thank you so much for coming. I know that
I
Earl, I
love
missed Earl, but I know he was busy working. As always, that's his middle name, Earl Winfrey. We know that.
I said I felt the love of the event from the moment I walked in the wrong door. People weren't like, "What you doing coming in this door?" They were very honest, like, "No, honey, you need to go through here and through here." I'm like, "Oh, I'm sorry." And they didn't yell at me or as other people. Everybody was gracious, and it was everybody was sweet. You felt the love. you can go to a concert and someone can say, well, this is my favorite artist, I love them. But you felt the love from the artist, our dear Zemrah, back to us.
Yeah.
And our love, the crowd. And because it was so heavy, when they talk about that term, touch and agree, it was like a room of everybody touching and agreeing. We love our Zemrah. And you could feel it. I mean, you can feel the presence that we're all friends because we all love this music. The smiles on people's faces. Nobody, if they couldn't find their seat or somebody was in their seat, they were practically hugging the people. And they were like, oh, that's okay. I'll sit back. I'll sit over here. It was
oh, that's wonderful.
Pam came out bubbly, happy.
That's her middle name to her. She's happy. That's what she preaches about, being happy.
I'm gonna tell you, it's all about love. And those of us that know and understand that, that's our job. Yeah. We have to let people know, and sometimes we forget because life gets in the way.
Yeah, but and with everything going on, going on in the world, you gotta find some type of happy medium and some type of peace of mind. And that's why I was saying, man, there's so much going on right now. But let this concert be a focus. Buy you a ticket and come out and enjoy a nice evening of love.
It felt like I told Earl when I got home, I said, I'm so glad I went. I was like, it felt like a giant hug.
Oh, that is such a wonderful description, Wanda.
The love was so just enveloping around you. It felt like a hug.
Oh,
and
wow.
I walked away. It was like when you hear people leave church sometimes and say, I feel full.
Yes.
I felt full.
Oh, and
wow. It was the music was beautiful from the first song you came out on. And I mean, just everything, like you said, Panther, sultry. He was playing his instrument, but every instrument, when they gave him their little solos, everybody was
yeah.
And they all did.
They made the musicians feel really good too, and that's what that's musicians and vocalists. That's what we feed off of is the crowd. And I can honestly say you are absolutely right, Wanda. The crowd just, I just melted into them because you could feel that they really enjoyed the music. They really did.
Zemrah cleared the room when she sang to her husband.
It was not a dry eye in the place.
I mean, for me, and now I was in the back most of the time. You know, I was behind stage. But then the second half, I came back out and I said,
I'm glad you did, because I kept saying, Pam.
I was behind Ed. And when she started singing, see, I always say that those individuals who are in love, they need to demonstrate that more, because people need to see couples who are in love. Because you always say, oh, it ain't no good men out here. Oh, there ain't no good women out here. But there are. And when she started singing to him, I mean, it was no one else in the auditorium.
It was as if
it was just the two of them.
And we were fine in on their
exactly
moment.
It was beautiful, and while Zemrah was singing, she could see him tearing up. But I was sitting behind him, and I saw him do this.
He was wiping
he wiped, and then he did this. I said, "Oh, that's my song now, honey." I love
just
my
remember,
songs, but
boy.
That song right there.
Yeah, just remember. That's another
beautiful.
One of Sweet
you got
Nancy,
to sing
boy.
That.
Yeah,
that was so beautiful, and it's just wonderful to see how attentive he is. I can say what.
You felt it. You saw his eyes. He couldn't take his eyes off the stage. He was you walking around and his eyes was following you across the room as you were walking the stage. And you felt the pride in him. And I've always loved, even when he's here and I start singing, he mouths the words. When she sings the songs,
he's singing them too.
Back to you. It was beautiful.
Yeah,
it is.
And this is maybe my third, fourth concert of yours I've been to. And it's new, fresh, loving every time. It's a different experience.
It is
every single time, but love is always the base ingredient. It's always there.
Well, really, like I've said before, I love, my swings and my up tempos and all. But really, to be honest, I really am a female balladeer. I just love a smooth, because of the interpretation of it, and just that's when you really can tell a story, with it. That's why that just remember, you're right. Yeah, that's a bad song there. And then my other one is Loving You. Yeah. I mean, man. And then I have one that I'm going to start pushing. That's why we want to start pushing You Are. People are getting familiar with that, but we really want people to use that for like a wedding or an anniversary song. But one of the songs that I have that I wrote the lyrics and the music is Sweet as Your Kiss. Matter of fact, Dr. Coleman, she said that's her favorite song. And so we're going to start pushing some of our originals. And I haven't really done that. I've recorded a lot of music, but just like we're planning something coming up. We're not going to say right now. Pam and I, we're talking about it, but we're planning a couple of things. But it's something in particular, My Mister. She wrote the lyrics to that. This song is so ravishing and so sensual and so hot, but you got to push these songs. And I just came out with 10 songs on a CD, another one, I think 14 or whatever. No, I will never do that again. I'm coming out with something in December. It's going to be that one song. And then, you might come out with something maybe 2-3 months later or something. And with songs that I've already done. This one that's coming out for Christmas is going to be new. But you got to have fresh music, and the music that you have, you got to push it. So, and like that Sweet as Your Kiss, it's a monster. It really is. Song. But I haven't really pushed it like that. Yeah. So we're going to make a point of doing that. That's why I'm opening up now with I See You, because it's very catchy. Pam wrote the lyrics to that. And people really, they really took to that song because it is catchy. That's what I did on WGN too last week.
Oh yeah, that was good too. Yeah. That you was on the news.
Yeah,
that show that was really really good. Yeah,
looking like on some of them pictures and some of them angles. Wilda said, "Zemrah, that don't look like you. You look like an albino." She had me wrong. But what was funny about it, Landon told me Saturday night. He said, "Zemrah, I should have told you that sometime on TV, they tend to make the lights, But you gotta push that music, and that's something that I really, to be honest, has not pushed it to the point where I really, really need to. But this is going to be, when I say age is nothing but a number, follow your dreams. That is a dream. And then we're trying to do, and not trying to do, I'm not going to even use that. That's why I put it on the back of my book, going to a small tour of about 5 or 6 cities doing my tribute to Nancy, because a lot of people have been asking about that since my winery.
And I have to say, as someone I'm not that familiar with Nancy's music, and I hear you singing this Zemrah song.
That's what my girlfriend Joyce said. She said, Zemrah, I thought you had wrote that. Yeah. Some people thought that I did.
I hadn't heard it. And I love Nancy, but I hadn't heard. But then the other thing that you do is, no matter what the song is, she puts a different twist to it. She puts
flavor.
Yes, and that makes it almost like an original. And then you have to say, well, this is by so and so, because of the way that you present the song.
Thank you for that.
You really do. And because you are an original. And so you bring that to any song that you sing. So
thank you for that. Now, how did you like? Beautiful. Now, what I loved, because at first the guys was kind of toying with that and all, and wanted me to do it the way. What's the sister that wears the ring and her nose? When I did I Who Have Nothing, and what's her name? Beautiful sister.
I don't know her.
Yeah, if you say Ari, what's her name?
Indy Ari?
No. The girl that's bald headed, that she does.
Cynthia.
No.
Yes.
Who? Pam
said, who?
Oh no.
Wicked.
Wicked.
No, that's not who I was thinking of.
And she did I Who Have Nothing on the Grammys or something. But I just wanted to do it a different way. And I got at first the band was saying, man, Zemrah, that's kind of cool right there. And they kind of got the hook of it, I said, I want that break. And they came together and thought that was kind of tough.
Yeah.
So it is about doing things where you're creative, especially when you are creative, and you just go head on and make it happen.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
It was a beautiful night, a beautiful, sweetest day.
And even though it rained,
oh my God,
it was nothing. For me, well, nothing. When you have to do something, you have to do it. And
if you really want to,
cannot control that which you can control.
Right.
If you can't control something, don't worry about it.
That's right.
It's not your business.
That's right. And that one we really couldn't control.
Whether it's something that you can, and we are from Chicago.
Hello.
If it's snow,
oh
up
well,
to your butt,
that's right.
That's where we are. If it's rain,
put
if
your
it's
boots
heat,
on and come on, and don't be sitting around talking about it's snowing or it's raining.
No, I don't hear.
That didn't stop anybody.
No,
you would think the crowd.
That's what I said.
But it was
That's
packed.
what I said.
But it did get to be distracting because I think as it got later,
Well, some people did leave, but
yeah.
because but see, that's what I always say. You have to talk about things like that. Don't let things that you cannot control you.
That's
I
point.
mean, you can't do it.
Right. You'll never do anything.
You'll never
remain.
Exactly.
That's true.
Exactly. So we just
like you say, this is Chi-Town.
Oh
honey.
yes.
You liable to have a blizzard in June.
Don't you know it?
But I look at it. We don't have the weather that some people have.
Right.
So
yeah, we're blessed. We're blessed.
But overall, like Wanda B said, people was out.
Yeah.
They were out. The reception was packed.
They accommodated.
Yeah.
If they knew it was raining, they got there earlier.
That's
yes.
Later.
Because some people got there.
That's right.
Right.
And a lot of people did come early.
They did.
The people came early. They did. The VIPs
and they went on and let them come in. They let them come on in.
Oh,
and it was plenty. I like the way the coming into the theater, how they had the seats around though. If you had to come in a little early before you went into the theater,
so nice. I do
they
like
could sit there.
I do like that venue.
I will say about the venue too. I saw the security walking ladies out to their car. I was like, you don't see that much anymore.
Yeah, girl, he walked me out to the car with an umbrella.
He was walking them out with umbrellas.
Yes.
One by one. I see him bring one lady to her car. Go
that
back
was
in,
so
bring
nice.
Another one.
Yes.
I said, okay, security.
Yes.
That
was so nice.
You.
I see you.
Yeah, that was so nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that was really. I said, man, I was impressed with that one too, Wanda.
And
that was very nice.
I tell you,
he kept the door open. Everything.
I mean, everything that we're saying, it was top notch. And I was telling people on my social media, I said, you don't want to miss this show. I knew it was going to be good because I know Zemrah and I knew Panther was, top of the line. But I told people, you don't want to miss this. And those of you who missed it,
you missed it.
Now they know, though. They saw
now you know. Don't do it next. Don't do it. Right. But what? You said something too. A lot of people knew one another because a lot of people came before.
Yeah.
And I think that's something that you might want to do. I know we talked about that. We're going to ask who's been here before, who's first time, how many times have you been here? Because
and I meant to do
good.
that.
Yes, because we talked about that. I think you've done that before. One time I think you had, but see, what? Sometimes when you do certain things, you forget. Sometimes when you start naming people, you forget. Yeah.
Girl, I had so much going on. I mean, I didn't even go to bed Friday night until, I mean, it was Saturday morning, 2:45.
Yeah.
I mean, I was absolutely, I just was doing a lot. But when you're putting something together and producing something, that's what
Yeah.
But I am so grateful for the team that I have. That's what's such a blessing.
That's important.
I mean, just beautiful. Beautiful. And like I said, I'm so
treats it like it's their own.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's it.
Laid everything out that night. Their love for you, they extended to all of us in the audience. It was a beautiful night.
That's
and you
wonderful.
know what? I said that too, because the other thing that Zemrah does that a lot of other artists, I don't really know any that do. I don't know all of the artists, but I don't know, is her recognition. She have the honorees, and that's a part of your program. And a lot of places you go, you don't get that. And I feel that people are honored when they're honored.
Oh yeah.
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 So I love
because I say that they are not ordinary people, but they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is very, very important to acknowledge that you're still doing your thing at 84 years old. I
Yeah.
mean, Mother Wade,
And didn't she
Josephine
look
Wade
good?
from
She looked beautiful.
Captain Hardtime. Everybody
Yes.
know her.
Yeah.
And I mean, she looks so good, and even said she's working on something that's going to go around the world.
Yeah, she's still
And
working.
she says she's still working and doing her thing. And I just think it's just, I just like Reverend Dr. Ozzie Smith. He was so smitten, being awarded. He said when he got the call and the letter, that Wilder, because Wilder was corresponding with him. He had told me at church, because I approached him, and he said he really didn't know about it, he said, but when he was called, he said, anybody gonna give me an award? I'm honored, So I really, really, I love that, and everybody is aware that he is a preaching soul. But another thing,
now
he's a very humble
didn't he
man.
go to Paris? Didn't he go to?
Yeah,
Europe
he was in. He just got back. He just came back. He just came back. He's been playing there.
Yes,
and he just got back on the 13th. He had just gotten back on the 13th of October. Yeah. So
he's not just sitting around.
No, he is not.
Yeah,
he
that's
is not.
beautiful.
And then tell us a little bit, because that's how I met Pastor Brenda Mitchell through you.
Yeah, she's another one.
A powerhouse.
Oh my goodness.
She's working with the sister that lost, what's his name?
Trayvon Martin. That's when she started. Well, her son was killed through gun violence, and she started working with
that's what made her
and
start.
She is such a remarkable
she's wonderful.
Yes,
the one that had on
Brenda
the red
Mitchell.
glasses.
Oh, she is an amazing human being. I mean, we're really, really good friends, and I am partial, but I tell you,
she is. You can feel her spirit.
What mother utilized her own son? Oh, she had everybody in tears. And her son was killed because he was going to do something good for someone else. And he was a sweetheart. Her son was wonderful. But she has spoken before Congress about gun violence. She's gone. She also works with Father Pfleger. She's just awesome.
Her spirit is just so wonderful.
She's beautiful.
She definitely don't meet strangers.
No.
Just a beautiful, beautiful lady.
No, she's wonderful, and we've known her for years. And so I know that she loved it, and she's reached out since to let me know how honored she was and how she appreciates the recognition.
Yeah,
but
we have to do that.
Yes,
we have to. And my acknowledgement is never give up. If you got that dream that you're still searching for, just go for it.
Yeah.
It's because to me, I really and truly am serious about that. I don't look at age, because the calendar turns and say you're going to be a certain age, and
right.
So
and so what?
It's a mindset.
Next?
Yes, it's a mindset, because I believe that, again, like I always say, as long as you can walk, talk, and breathe, you keep it moving, and keep it moving with pride and gusto and style.
Yeah.
And that's the way to roll. That's the only way I can roll. I can't do it no other way.
And I say, don't be afraid to do what's on your heart to do.
That's it.
If you feel that you have a gift, a talent, because God has given everyone, every human being have a gift and a talent.
That's right.
I don't care who you are. I don't care what's going on. You have a gift that God has given you. Whether you believe it or not, it's true. You have to figure out. Now, one of the things that I tell people how you can figure it out is what comes easy for you. What do you enjoy doing?
Yes.
Pay attention to that, because that could very well be your gift.
That's right.
And then, like I said before, sometimes life gets in the way. So you're taking care of your family. You're doing this, you're doing that, you're working a job. But even once you retire, there's your chance.
That's right.
Get on out there, write that book.
That's right.
Write those songs.
That's right.
Dance. We have a friend that is she's in her late 70s and she's tap dancing.
That's what I'm talking about.
She's tap dancing. So, I mean, it does not matter. Don't be afraid to step out there, and don't listen to people say, "Ah, you too." Oh,
because people will say
no
that.
Thing.
They'll say that. Well, you know, why don't you leave that to the young people?
No,
or whatever. No,
yeah.
no.
Mm-mm.
You do what's in your heart and your spirit to do, and it's refreshing.
Oh yes,
to see someone older and still doing that.
And I say we know what we're talking about. We know we've been there, done that,
right, and still doing it.
That's and it's wonderful. And be happy about it.
There you go.
You know, be happy about it. Well, you know, I talk about happiness all the time.
Yeah.
Everyone with, I mean, the Here's to Life. You all, everybody exemplified that on Saturday. And they make you say, okay, I got to get up.
Exactly.
I mean, it is motivating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is motivating to make you say, let me get up and do this. I can do this. When you see just so many people, you bring an 84-year-old woman, she walks up there like nothing.
Okay. And looking so good.
Oh, she was sharp.
She was sharp. That's jazzy.
Yeah. Had that black blouse on with the black bow. And oh man, she had her dark glasses on, honey.
No excuse.
There it is, Wanda.
That's
no
right.
Excuse.
No excuse. We can't.
No excuse.
We can't do that. No excuse. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
And look at Panther. Panther's not what you call a spring chicken. I mean, he's not old, but he's still up in there.
Yeah.
And looking like he's about 25 or 30.
He's a little.
It's a mindset he is.
But and he's got a young face.
He has a really young face.
He's got a young spirit.
Yes.
He's very intelligent.
He's
so we're gonna have him on the show in a little bit.
I told him. Yeah. He's brilliant.
I want to come on when he comes.
Okay. Yeah, he's brilliant. I just love him. We're gonna do some things together.
Oh,
too.
Yes, indeed.
Because when I finished, because that's the first time he saw me performing out. So we have been talking before because he did my website, my new website. And he's the one that came up with something that would really be pulling, and that's who came up with I Am Zemrah. And so when I was coming down the hall, I think I was going to change, and I looked at him. I said, "You gonna be my manager now?" He said, "Oh."
Oh wait, let me bring up the change. I wasn't expecting it. You came out. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Oh, you know, I always have to change.
She had another
outfit
got to
change.
Yeah, she was sparkly. Yeah. Oh no, that was the black outfit.
That was the black.
Yeah, the sexy with.
I didn't realize that slit was that high.
Oh yeah, it was. You were looking gorgeous.
Yeah, you know, but you gotta.
It was wonderful.
You got to add some pizzazz to it.
Yeah.
I said, "Dang!" I said, "Zemrah." And so sometimes I have to be honest, you know, I do have a smaller waist, but these hips. And so my granddaughter, she said, that's what my Jasmine and Passion always say, "Grandma, do you know how many people pay for them hips or would like to pay for them hips?" I said, "Well, you know, I hear you, baby, but I just would like them to be just a little bit smaller." But I'm grateful, you know, I'm just grateful all around. You know, I had a little fall. The Monday that I was doing my radio station, I slipped and fell. Well, I tripped and fell over a box that they had in our master bathroom. And I fell right on my knees like I needed that. That's the morning that I'm getting ready to go to a shout out to Landis that does all this beautiful work with my face. And Sandra, who does my hair, who had that beautiful ponytail. She had worked so much and gotten there to do whatever she could do. She had started, her back and stuff started hurting, so she had to leave. But because she was just moving from the time she got there. But I tripped and tripped over this box and fell on my knees, like I stated. And I got right up and started rubbing them down and rubbing them real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Ed ran and got the alcohol and rubbed them down and all. And speaking of keeping them moving, hey, baby, I had to stand up. He went and got me a Tylenol. I took that Tylenol and headed on out to get so Landis could do my face so we could be at WGN on time.
Oh, yeah, that was that.
Yeah, that was that same morning. So, but then, you know, that evening, I felt it for real, my whole body, because I was trying to catch myself when I fell, you know. But again, things happen. And I always say sometimes you got to say it. Sometimes that just be the devil. And you have to say, get behind thee.
I don't have time
and
for you
again,
today.
say, keep it moving.
I don't have time for you today.
No, because that was just too crazy. It was too crazy. But we got through it, and again, just kept it moving.
I don't want us to forget, and we're just gonna maybe keep it the last, but I don't want us to forget your sponsors.
Thank you so very
Oh, yes.
much.
I know you just was holding out.
Yeah.
But your sponsors, you've got to mention your sponsors because you talk about love her.
Yes.
See, and I said that on stage because she doesn't like to ask people to do things. And so when you do something for her, and I'm talking about Zemrah, when you do something for her, she really appreciates it.
I do.
Because she knows that you don't have to do it, But you have some amazingly wonderful, beautiful, loving sponsors.
Yes, Lynn and Dan, Marie Miles. I mean, just and the help that it brings, because really and truly, to be honest, I have been doing basically these concerts on ticket sales. On ticket sales, no sponsors. I've had a sponsor last year and then this year, and it just makes it such a blessing. Such a blessing.
Yeah.
Because like Pam said, I'm not one to ask, although I do, but I'm not really one to ask, and I definitely am not one to beg.
Right.
I just can't do it. And Ed is like that as well. But it is important because we're going to start in January this year, putting everything together in February to have it in place for January, because I really want my 9 to be more than 8. And then for my 10th one, I want an orchestra. But by me getting ready to go on the road and do this Nancy thing, I do need sponsors for that this summer, coming summer.
Yeah.
And
they come through.
Yeah.
Your sponsors,
they were wonderful.
They come through, and they're people.
And that was
that
3
know
people,
you.
and that, it was such a blessing because what they gave me was a major help. It really was. It really was.
Yeah.
And thank you for that.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is so important for me to always know that, and we talk about it, that, and that's the way I was raised, that people don't have to do anything for you. And that's even and that's what young people need to understand. You have no entitlement because I'm your mom and your dad. I still don't have to do. All I got to do is make sure when you're at that age that I make sure that you eat and that you have shelter, and that you're taught properly to live a life so you can move on.
Yeah.
Grow up, go to school, do what you need to do to be self-sufficient. But as far as when you get older and all of that, there is no such thing as your parents that they have to just keep doing, because then you become dependent. Be grown. You see people, young people in their 30s and 40s and 50s and still living with their mamas and dads and all of that.
Not helping out, not
doing
anything. what they could do.
Yeah.
No. And you have done all that you can as a parent.
That's right.
But
you've laid that foundation.
Right.
So once you've laid that foundation, then you're supposed to be grateful to your parents for laying that foundation, and even more grateful at the fact that they're saying, now go for it.
Right.
Go live your dreams and go do what you got to do. Otherwise, we just spoil these kids. And it's not even fair to them.
It's not.
It isn't, because they wind up being like lost.
Yeah, right.
Because you have fed them the wrong message by just giving and giving and giving.
Well, that's a whole nother subject, because sometimes we as parents, for whatever reason, we have this thing called guilt because we feel that we didn't do enough. We can never do enough for our kids.
And it's like, and you make them think that you can never do enough. And then it becomes no matter what you do, it's never enough.
Right.
And that's what makes it hard.
And it makes it hard on you and them.
Yes.
But you have to have that communication. You have to talk about things. That's a whole nother subject that we need to talk about is family.
Balance.
Family.
And balance.
Right. But sometimes, I don't know,
And
I take everything. I send everything back to parenting.
You do.
Because I really do. And sometimes
Ed does too,
you
though.
think that you're doing the right thing or the best thing, and you don't know it until you find out that it wasn't. And
giving people our parents
the
grace to know
they did the best that they knew how, and we have to.
But sometimes sometimes the young people nowadays, they're in their 30s or whatever, but they still don't understand that when possibly when your parents had you, they were young. So they're thinking that they're doing the right thing. Just like when I took Maria and we went to Israel, which was a wonderful experience. I got friends there like Aura. I mean, we're sisters. Malka, we're sisters. Zakar. I got some wonderful sisters that I came into and met with the Hebrew Israelites. I mean, and they were just wonderful. We've been friends since then. I mean, I wouldn't trade Zakar. I wouldn't trade it's Zakar, but her name is Sandra Willis. But I mean, we just remained friends. Aura, Sigula, who unfortunately we came in it together. That was one of my close friends from years and years from school. But she passed just recently. But the friends, brothers and sisters that I met, we have wonderful relationships right today. Joyce running around there she was my right hand Saturday evening. I mean, she comes from Evanston to come to help me anything I need. So I'm saying that these relationships that we had then. So I'm saying all that to say is I thought I was doing the right thing when I took Maria over there, but she encountered some discomfort, especially when my dad passed and we couldn't come back, and she was saddened by that. So I'm saying some things that we think that might have been right, and they were right at the time, because I wouldn't trade my experience for anything, because no other time would I have moved to Israel, lived there for 2 years. The experience I had was absolutely wonderful, because there were some things that I experienced that I'd never experienced and would have not.
She probably she had some good experiences.
She did. She did. And she said that.
People will never
experience. That was our first time going on the plane when we went to Liberia. Prince Asiel sent us to Liberia. And then from there, when we came back, then we experienced Israel. Right. So it was an amazing experience. But in some instances, Maria had some kind of, she was young, but I was young in the decisions that I made. So I'm saying all that to say that when young parents have children, they're doing the best they can. That's why that's really the point that I'm making. So young people that are now possibly in their 30s and 40s, don't hold that against your parents that were doing the best they could when they were younger, because all they were doing was doing what they knew how.
When they become parents, they'll feel it, because you see it
right
clearly.
Right.
And you're doing the best you can, and your children are taking it one way. And you're like, I'm doing all this for you.
Right.
You understand it a lot clearer, and you go back and I don't know if they ever go back and tell their parents, I understand it now, but now I know Walter Davis. I get it.
Yeah, you got good grandparents that do everything they can to make a way for you, make a clear path for you, and you don't understand and you don't appreciate. And that kind of, you got to get that.
I'm going to say a little bit different in using the word appreciate, because I think one of the most important things, I always say this, I think one of the most important things in any relationship is communication.
Absolutely.
Because while you think you're doing something one way, the other person may not think that. And I got that from a young person when I was at a school and I was talking to the students. And I said that my son and I have a great relationship. He says to me, would your son say that? I would say it. But he says, would your son say you all have a good relationship?
He should. And he would.
I say he should.
And he would.
But how do I know that unless I talk to him about it?
Got it.
I can't just say that because it's my...
You can't assume.
I know.
Yeah.
And so I went back home to ask him, because I was saying, because I know what I do for my son. I always have, because he's my one and only. He is my heartbeat, but when things are brought to you, then you have to say, oh wow, let me see. So I went home and to ask him, and of course he said, well, yeah, Mom, we got a good relationship. But it got me to thinking, because you can't always think that just because you think some way that's what the other person is thinking too.
That's the point.
But you have to have that communication. And the communication is talking and understanding, and then respecting what the other person is saying. Sometimes a lot of things are very difficult to say. We'll talk about that. I think that's a good subject for us to talk about on our next show. And I listen, these parents, I don't care what y'all say. I don't care what y'all say. These kids are crazy because y'all crazy. Kids don't know nothing but what they heard or what they saw. So we got to take some responsibility for it, and more than what we want to take. Because I know, and I'm going by my own experience, because I know my son had a good upbringing. He had the best mama, me.
And still got the best mama.
Oh, who? My father, my 4 brothers, and he didn't grow up with his dad or anything like that. And we already know that story. But people, and then like you say, you get out in the world, our kids get out in the world, and then they start doing their own thing. But at the core, know that they're good kids.
And that's why, at their soul, they are.
The daughter that you had, she is, I don't even know. She is the sweetest. I mean, she's the sweetest.
Pam, you're very partial.
I am so partial, but I am very seldom wrong. Listen to me.
I wouldn't trade her for all the tea in China.
Oh no. Well, if you trade, I'd take her.
Maria works my nerves.
But I bet you work her nerves too.
Soul. I do.
Yeah.
I do. We work each other.
Yeah.
Even though she's fun, yeah. But she can work your nerves.
I'm telling you.
Have a good time with
I'm telling you. I wouldn't trade my son for the world, as the way he is. And you know what? Sometimes we expect our kids to do exactly what we want them to do.
Yeah.
But I start thinking about what I was with me, because I didn't do what my parents wanted me to do.
Yeah.
And look how wonderful I turned out. Hello.
But they want the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, they want us to do what they want. What they want.
But you know what? This is the last thing that I'm gonna say. The most important thing is that they know that you love them.
Yes.
That's it. And sometimes when a parent is not doing the right thing, the parent may have made some mistakes or whatever. If you can just tell your child, I'm sorry, I love you, please forgive me.
Yes.
If you can say those words, it might open the door to healing.
Absolutely.
For not only you, but for your child.
That's right.
I can say no more.
You and that's very, very true. And sometimes I always say that in anything, and this is for any relationship, you must and you have to own whatever it is that you've done.
That's right.
If you cannot own that, then it's all in vain.
That's right.
If you've done something wrong or have offended someone, it's so simple to say, I am so sorry.
It's something you just did, Zemrah. Own it, even if it wasn't your intention.
Yes.
That's right.
That's right.
Out of there to Israel. Of course, it was not your intention to take. You wanted her to have the experience, everything,
exactly,
all the good things, to know that you may need to apologize, but at the same time, that your intention was never.
It was pure.
That's right. That's
because
right.
I thought I was doing the right thing.
That's right.
I thought I was doing the right thing.
But it's important that she knows that.
Well, we've talked
for her
about
healing,
it. Right?
Yeah. But I'm not just saying for
you.
I'm saying period. For in general. When your child needs, you are the parent.
Yes.
It's not for your child to come to you. You have to come to them. They did not ask to come here. It's going to be our responsibility forever. My son is 52 years old. He don't do everything that I ask, I need, or want him to do. But I know how he feels about me.
Oh,
and he knows how I feel about him.
That's right.
And I don't care what anybody say, his own kids or anybody, nieces, nephews, I don't care. I know our relationship.
And that's all that really
That's
matters.
all that matters.
That's all that really matters. And that's what we have to understand too. As parent and child, as long as we know, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And as long as they feel good about, that's all that matters.
And that's what you want for other families, because there's nothing more important than family.
Oh my God.
And I'm gonna say this because my cousin might be listening. I don't know. Clyde Lewis Jr. Oh, that's my cousin. I love him. He was wonderful.
Life. It was such a pleasure meeting him.
And do you know what he told me? He said that listening to you sing, he said, you have inspired him, because he sung with the Soul Children of Chicago.
I know you were saying that.
And I said, I didn't even know he could sing. He said, you know what? She has inspired me. I'm thinking about singing. I said, what? And I said, well, who do you sound like?
You said, what?
And then I said, who do you sound like, Luther? Because you know Luther's going to. He said, yeah, I do, cuz a little bit. He said, but I got that baritone. I said, oh, Lord, well, you get on out.
My eyes kind of locked at his, because I'm just saying, man,
loved you. He loved, and that was his.
He was very attentive.
Yeah,
very
I had
attentive.
Another cousin there, Coralie Perry. She and her friend came. That was their first time.
That was excellent. Pam.
Yes, my other cousin, her husband Joanne, and her husband Reggie Brown, they came and they loved it. They just and they're loving couples. Yes. So you know me, I got a thing about couples. I might be single myself, but I believe in love. Yes. I believe in marriage. I believe in unity in a family.
Yes,
and that's what these people have. My brother Pixley came and he had such a good time. I mean, we had family and friends.
Yes, that's what it was, family and friends.
They loved the show.
Yeah.
They loved the show.
That was wonderful.
Yeah, it was good.
That was wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. I missed, we missed Sasha.
Oh,
Dalton.
yes, indeed, Sasha. We talked to her today.
Is so wonderful. She is
just a beautiful
beautiful sister. She just, that's the one that created the gospel fest. People don't really know the depths of Sasha, and then a lot of people do, though, because Sasha don't meet no strangers. But the relationship that her and I have developed is just so wonderful. She's going to work with me with my Nancy tribute and the movement of that again, and so I just feel grateful, and I really and truly, we say, and that's why I put that on the back of my book, my ad book, because to make me accountable, I'm going to do that. For my tribute to Nancy.
Oh, for sure.
Do that travel.
Oh,
I'm gonna do that tour. I'm gonna make that
well,
happen.
You know why you say this, and I believe it. We that love jazz, have to keep it live.
Yes,
we have to do that.
We do,
because there's a lot of other genres of music out there, and they're good, they're wonderful, they have their place. But jazz,
it's just so like smooth.
Yeah,
it's just so.
And
smooth.
So those of us that love it,
and I combine. I do some of my little R&B and knock it out the box with.
Oh yeah, what's the song that you did? The last song that you did, Smokey song.
Cruising.
Yeah, oh, Lord.
That's on my
Everybody loved that one when you did
Joyce
that.
Malcolm was back there just enjoying that.
That was awesome.
Yeah. So I just wanted to share that. And the excitement is still there. And this is Tuesday. And so I said, man, I just really and truly, I appreciate everybody for coming out and sharing that evening with me. And just know that I'm working on some other things, because I had a few people, when is your next show already? Even Panther asked that.
Yeah.
So, just keep note. I'm going to start tuning in a little bit more, because Hermine gets on me about that all the time. So do you, that I need to get on Facebook a lot more.
Yes, that's social
but
media.
But
if
I ain't saying nothing, then I ain't going to get on there. I ain't fixing to get on there and say I'm fixing to have some barbecue tonight. I'm fixing to eat a burger. Or, hey, I'm going to bed now. No, I don't. So I really get on there when I really got some substance or something to share and tell you. But I do want you to make sure that you go to my music. You can go to my website, I Am Zemrah, and listen to my music. and just listen to I See You, listen to You Are, because that's what we're going to be pushing. You Are. Again, if you're getting married or if you have an anniversary, that You Are, you got to listen to it. I mean, it's not, you can't listen to it a lot on my website, but you can get a earful to know, or go to YouTube.
Oh, you go to YouTube.
Yeah, you go to YouTube.
Yeah.
Hello, that's for real.
I purchased it from iTunes.
Yeah.
I got the whole album. I got My Love Is Possible, so I can have it on my phone, mobile with me wherever I go.
Thank you for that.
So yeah. Go to iTunes.
So I am on Spotify. I'm on Amazon. I'm on all of that good stuff. So anyway, again, I want to say a special thanks for all of you all that bought tickets. Again, all my ticket sellers, I love you. Anita, you were just wonderful. You were first on our team with really regulating and following what we needed to do to keep up with our ticket sales and all of that. And I just love my team and everything that you all did for me. And most of all, a vocalist is just nothing without their band, without a band to work with. And I appreciate all the musicians that worked with me. So I hope you enjoyed our segment. And what would I do without Pam? I just adore this woman. That's why we collaborate so good. And she is definitely reminding me about the husband that's not here. And that is such a good point, because my baby would have been right there.
That's right.
But he had an emergency with my son-in-law that he had to deal with. My son-in-law called and had an issue, and Ed was right on top of it. And due to that, he could not come. But
we missed him.
We missed him so much, because he would have enjoyed all this excitement about the show. But we will see you next Tuesday, 6:00 p.m. Here's the life of Zemrah and Ed, right here at Intellectual Radio, the best intellectual radio, or the best talk show that you want to be a part of. So I hope you enjoy this segment. Thank you, Pam, for joining us. This was not your regular night.
I know, but
I'm glad you came.
I love you.
You all have a good night. And I want to thank my producer, Ms. Wanda B.
Oh, yeah.
For joining us